Good morning, students. Myself, Rajiv Verma, is going to start the next chapter, and the name of the chapter is Electromagnetic Induction. Actually, we have covered the magnetism and matter up to the previous lecture or the video. Now, we are moving towards the next topic or the chapter, that is electromagnetic induction or EMI. Okay, in this chapter, what are the topics which we are going to discuss? First of all, I want to discuss about the topics which I am going to explain in this chapter. And the topics are, first topic is electromagnetic induction, means the definition of the electromagnetic induction, what is the meaning of EMI. Second is Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction and induced EMF and current. Now the third point is Lenz's law. Fourth point is eddy currents. And the fifth one is self and mutual induction. There are few topics which are which will be covered in these topics also, but the broad topics of this chapter are only these five. Means we have to cover these five topics. Now we are taking one by one to cover these topics. First of all, I am taking the first topic, that is electromagnetic induction, EMI. Okay, in this topic, the first point is, to explain this, we have to study about magnetic flux. About the magnetic flux. The magnetic flux is total number of magnetic field lines crossing an area. Means if an area is existing in magnetic field, then the number of field lines crossing this area in the direction of the area or normally to the area known as the magnetic flux. For example, we are considering that this may be an area which is suppose A. This is normal on the area which represents the direction of the area. Now consider these are the field lines which are crossing the area of the magnetic field B. Then the component of the magnetic field in the direction of the area may be the horizontal component, that is B cos theta. Now, as per the definition of the flux, magnetic flux may be written as the normal component of magnetic field multiply by the area through which these magnetic field lines are passing. Now mathematically we can define phi b as नॉर्मल कंपोनेंट ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. नॉर्मल कंपोनेंट है बी कोस थीटा, यानी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड का इस एरिया के नॉर्मल जो कंपोनेंट है वो है बी कोस थीटा मल्टीप्लाई बाय द एरिया. एरिया इज ए. ओके, देन दिस फार्मूला may also be written as phi b is equal to ba cos theta. Okay, and in another form, magnetic flux may be written as B, which is a vector quantity, and here area is also vector, so phi may be written as B dot A. Okay, so again I am explaining the magnetic flux is the product of the magnetic field and magnetic field in the direction of area and the area. Okay, mathematically this may be the definition of this, or magnetic flux of an area kept in the magnetic field is the total number of field lines crossing that area. So in this way we can define the term magnetic flux. Okay, now if we are moving towards the next point, and that may be, okay, that may be the dimensional formula. Of the magnetic flux. So by the simple relation phi is equal to BA, we can define the dimensional formula of this. Also we are having a relation, that is F is equal to QVB sin theta Okay, from this we can obtain the value of B, which is F upon QV sin theta. Substitute this value in this expression. Phi is equal to FA upon QV sin theta. Okay, this will be the value of the phi. Now phi b और phi b मैग्नेटिक के लिए phi b ले सकते हैं, is equal to the dimensional formula of force is MLT minus 2. The dimensional formula of area is L square. Now the dimensional formula of charge can be calculated by Q is equal to IT, यानी AT will be the dimensional formula of charge, and then velocity it will be LT minus 1. Theta sin theta is the angle and there is no dimension of the angle. Now after simplification we can get the relation M L raised to the power 2 T raised to the power minus 2 A minus 1. It means this is ML square T minus 2 A minus 1. This is the required dimensional formula of the magnetic flux. ये magnetic flux का हमारा dimensional formula आ गया. Okay. Now if we are moving towards the SI unit of this magnetic flux, SI unit. The SI unit can be calculated by the relation that is BA. फार्मूला है phi is equal to BA. तो B का डायमेंशनल फार्मूला क्या हो जाएगा, उसकी यूनिट क्या हो जाएगी, टेस्ला, और A की क्या हो जाएगी, मीटर स्क्वायर. तो TM की पावर 2, सही है. और इट में ऑल्सो बी रिटन एज WB और वेबर. हम यहाँ पर लिख सकते हैं 1 TM स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 1 वेबर. अगर हम CGS सिस्टम की बात करें, CGS सिस्टम की बात करते हैं, तो इन CGS सिस्टम the unit of the magnetic flux may be written as, in place of Tesla, there must be Gauss into centimeter square, which may be termed as Maxwell, यानी 1 Gauss centimeter square is equal to 1 Maxwell. Maxwell is the CGS unit of the magnetic flux. Maxwell is the CGS unit of magnetic flux. Now coming to the next topic. And the next one is the positive and the negative flux. Positive and negative flux. Positive and negative flux. Now, if we are considering that this is an area and normal on the area is indicating the direction of the area, and suppose the magnetic field is also existing in the direction of the area, then if this is the first point, then the value of theta, which is the angle between the area and the strength of the magnetic field, is 0. Now by the relation of the magnetic flux, which is BA cos theta, then flux is equal to BA cos 0 degrees, and we know the value of cos 0 is 1, then this will be BA and is termed as the positive flux. This is the one way. Now if we are taking the second case, in second case again considering an area, this may be the normal on the area and the magnetic field is existing in a direction opposite to the area element or area by making an angle of 180 degrees. In this case, by the same relation, as theta is 180 degrees, then phi b directly may be written as b a cos 180 degrees, and this will be minus ba, as cos 180 is minus 1, then phi b may be written as minus ba. This is the negative flux. What we conclude, if the direction of the magnetic field and the area is same, then the flux is termed as the positive flux. If the magnetic field lines are crossing the area in the opposite direction of it, then the flux is termed as the negative flux, or the magnitude of the flux must be equal to B into A. ओके, इसके बाद इतना कंप्लीट हो जाने के बाद हमारी टर्म आती है इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन. आफ्टर दिस we may move towards this topic, that is इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन. अगर हम इसके नेम को इंडिकेट करें इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन, यानी कि it is a phenomena of generation of the induced EMF or current in a coil while change of magnetic flux taking place. यानी मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स के चेंज होने से किसी कॉइल के अंदर EMF का इंड्यूस हो जाना, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन कहलाता है. In another way, in a single way, we can also say that due to the relative motion between a magnet and a coil, the current is induced in the coil. This phenomena is also known as electromagnetic induction. Yani production of induced EMF. This is the production of induced का मतलब होता है forcibly EMF or current when change in the magnetic flux taking place. यानी किसका इंड्यूस होना? प्रोडक्शन ऑफ इंड्यूस ईएमएफ एंड करंट. इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ और करंट का प्रोड्यूस हो जाना. कब प्रोड्यूस होना? व्हेन चेंज इन द मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स टेकिंग प्लेस. जब मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स चेंज हो रहा हो तो इज नोन एज इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन. इस इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन के स्टेटमेंट को वेरीफाई करने के लिए फैराडे ने अपने 3 एक्सपेरिमेंट परफॉर्म किए. यानी उसने चेंज ऑफ फ्लक्स किसी एक कॉइल से पास कराया एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ द गैल्वेनोमीटर he observed the deflection to indicate the induction of the current or verifies the electromagnetic induction. So in next video I will explain about the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction.